two parts to what's happening next. I'm going to read to you from a handmade book. I only and exclusively read from handmade books, which speaks to my eco-poetical concerns. And then I'm going to show you a short video. So save your applause. Two parts. Dear readers, dear fortune seekers, what is it that gets me up at 4 o'clock in the morning with a cat named Dirt dreaming in my lap and the rest of the world just as oblivious, with all the room on the blank page for the problems that fall in the margins, for dealing with the debris that inevitably falls out whenever we try to make the world we are living in the world we want to live in rather than the world that simply is? What gets me up is I believe this world is possible, and I want to inspire my readers to make their own worlds too. In the world I'm imagining, Arachne donates her web, grasshoppers leap like rain, a blue bullet decomposes, clouds swoon. In the world I'm imagining, oneself is not the way to live. In the world I'm imagining, we just go away from those divisive perspectives and start looking at the situation from our new view of nature. See if you can identify yourself. If you can see the beauty that was there all along, despite our being there. This is where we may start making decisions that matter. In the world I'm imagining, the basic project of sentient beings is to grow the world. Sometimes I call the poems that come of this impulse science fiction, other times fairy tales. I always name them love poems. These are genres in which, like Midas's golden touch, a simple wish conjures up a reality that was all along potential. Did I really say such things? I might have. I mean, of course, that in these poems, we run wild, are bewildered, dwell like Robin Hood, out loud and at home. Dear readers, dear fortune seekers, I invite you to enjoy. I also invite you to close your eyes. Everyone, I'll wait. Close your eyes. And think for a moment, and for those of you who are comfortable and confident with poetry reading, feel free to ignore me. We all listen in our own way. For those of you who are not, I encourage you to take 5 or 7 seconds and turn on your fairy tale brain, which means let your mind wander, let your mind go where it wants to go. You don't need to hear every word. You don't need to get it. There's nothing to get. This is an experience that we're sharing together, like opera in a foreign language or modern dance. So I want you to take these seconds with your eyes closed to let go of the attitude you have towards the language that you use to pass butter at the dinner table. We're not doing this. So we'll take a few seconds of silence, and then once I begin, you're welcome to open your eyes or keep them closed. It's a good way to listen to poetry. Straight, No Chaser by Carr. No, you are beloved. For you. This book was possibly made by Frank Bedard, Sylvia Plath, Joy Williams, Wendy O. Williams, Ellen West, Dorothea Lasky, Susan Bordeaux, Susan Coe, Wyden and Kennedy, whose hospitality we have been enjoying, so students, you might think about that, and Frida the Kamak cat, who out of the purity of her nature cannot resist the sparrow's suggestion of food. Materials include an Athens fold-out city guide, spray paint, paper, and Scotch tape. The completion of this project would not have been possible without the generous support of the residents at Kamak Center d'Art in Marne-sur-Seine, France, who took me to the bricolage, which is the hardware store, lent me scissors, workspace, and measuring tape, videotaped and participated in the inaugural performance, taught me how to cut in straight lines, how to adjust margins on my typewriter, and made me sangria. Or you. Like the first time, let the knife take our tongues. God's timing is off. I think you understand. I will never understand. I will live forever. Let the Father scream the devil. Let the Son persuade God. No, I want them all. Is this normal? There's no way to tell. You do not have to be your mother unless she is who you want to be. You do not have to be your mother's mother or your mother's mother's mother. You may inherit their chins or their thighs, but you are not destined to be the women who came before you. Is this normal? There's no way to tell. Goodbye, goodbye. The words were swords of light. I got it, didn't I? The tree that moved you. The tree where you conceived. Let the knife take our tongues, sing him up one day. I will not weep. Goodbye, goodbye. Got it, didn't I? It's no solution. It doesn't arrange anything. It makes nothing right. It goes something like this. A little more almost, and the flames in my mouth. Whose sin is it? Guess if you can. It's no solution. It makes nothing right. It goes something like this. Flames that run sideways and never reach your mouth. Don't fear me because I said this one word, want. I am no good. Goodness is not the point anymore. Holding on to things, now that's the point. Listen, there are blackbirds singing in those ribs. Guilt is everywhere and soon erupts. Goodness is not the point anymore. I am no good. Do I say immoral or I am ready? I would ruin him forever, now that's the point. On your knees, listen. You know what I mean. Do I say I am no good or goodness is not the point anymore? Instinct as much with love, get up, go on. Get up, get gone, get up and gone. Everyone else has died, why can't I? Like so, I cut myself out of cat skin. Instinct as much with love, there's no stopping the blood jet. The chop, it waits in the night and bright sunshine, and each piece of earth is good enough and greedy for our ending. Get up, go on, get done, get up and gone. Everyone else has died, why can't I? There's no stopping the blood jet. When she says who, to who she says may know. What I want back is what I was. Stiletto boots, shaving cream, and a bit of scotch tape for modesty's sake, pumping a shotgun loaded with blanks while blue heaven collapses around who? She says, no matters, she says, to who? Sing him up one day, I swear I will not weep. Closer. Now bleed. Take up the blood. Take it up. Take it away. Closer. Your blue heart jimmies open. And I always win. I will. I will not. Yes, on my own. It's the radiant hour. Who knows what handspring high would spring you? Yes. Like the wind that lightly strokes your thighs and says, my tree. Handspring high, it would spring you. And always lose everything you believed in and have given up. And always win. Always lose? I will not, I said, less life, and I eat men like air. You try to say you can't stomach the welling blood, the brains, the private thinking tissues, the pipes, rivulets, channels, conduits, and gullies, with their muscular venous edges, trite brains, and tongue. I was once another man's heart. Now I lie without sleeping. I should like to live among the leaves and heather, to wear a dress of feathers and eat blackberries. Less life. I will not, I said, and I eat men like air. The end. So we'll see how this goes. You got about 5 minutes, and you do want to open your eyes and listen. And keep that in mind, it's only 5 minutes.